Honorable Pindi Chana, Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs, Honorable Remi Lumbu, Chairperson of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, Madam Pili, the Chairperson of the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Board of Directors, Ms. Adelaide from the International Service for Human Rights, Mr. Kamau Ngugi, Director, Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Kenya, but also Chairperson of African Defenders Network, representing Hassan Shire, my brother, Comrade Arnold Sunga, prominent human rights defenders in our continent, our colleagues, head of human rights defenders who are here from Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Ethiopia, Coalition of Human Rights Defenders Uganda, and coordinator of Tanzania Women Human Rights Defenders Coalition, and all other colleagues from various coalitions of human rights defenders present here. Good morning. Protocol observed. But most importantly, this event is for human rights defenders. Majority who are here are members of the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Coalition from across the country. So please, karibuni sana. Honorable guest of honor, it is both a privilege and honor that we stand here today before human rights defenders from across the country and from across the continent. We need to appreciate that we are alive today, and all the appreciation should be returned to our Almighty God for giving us an opportunity to meet here together as human rights defenders from Tanzania and those from other countries in Africa. Guest of honor, we have gathered here to reflect the 25 years since the adoption of the UN Declaration of Human Rights Defenders, and also at the same time validating the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Model Policy. Therefore, in front of you, you have about 200 human rights defenders and the other 50 HRDs invited from various countries as part of participating or attending the 77 sessions of the African Commission. Before we tell you why are we sitting here, Honorable Guest of Honor and Honorable Rapporteur on Human Rights Defenders, at the same time Chair of the African Commission, on behalf of human rights defenders, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, for graciously accepting the responsibility of hosting this important session here in Tanzania. The decision to host this important session in Tanzania reflects the commitment of our President to the regional and international obligations on the state to promote and protect human rights within our country. We also extend our appreciation to the African Commission on Human and People's Rights for also making a decision to come here in Tanzania. Can we clap for them? It is truly a great honor and respect to our nation. And that's why you are here, just to show solidarity with this kind of respect that has been accorded to us by the Commission. Our gathering today is a demonstration and determination to create a Tanzania and the continent where human rights are cherished, protected, and defended by all. We call upon all people and human rights defenders in Tanzania and East Africa sub-region to use this opportunity to engage, network, and actively participate in these important sessions of the African Commission. Guest of honor and participant, the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Coalition, as it was said, is a membership organization. And we've organized this side event as part of showing solidarity with our President, with our leaders, and with the leaders of the commissions who have decided to come here in Tanzania. The coalition has been utilizing regional and international human rights mechanisms to influence policy and legal reform for the protection of human rights defenders throughout the country. Through this goal, THRDC has been also capacitating and supporting human rights defenders to access and engage in these forums at various capacity. Therefore, the primary objective of this side event is to empower grassroots human rights defenders who are majority present in this room to participate actively in this 77th session of the African Commission, enabling them to interact with various actors from across the Africa and beyond, as you will see them even on the panel list. We also meet here just to validate the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Model Policy, which will provide a room for our colleagues from other countries to give their inputs and beef up our HRD's model policy. Guests of honor, this year, as I said earlier, marks the 25 years of since the UN Declaration was adopted in 1998. Therefore, we have decided to use this side event to take a stock on how various countries, including Tanzania, have implemented this declaration. The declaration was adopted in 1998, has served as a beacon and hope and a global commitment to safeguard those who work tirelessly to protect fundamental rights and freedom. Over the past 20 years, we have witnessed the progress in the protection and recognition of human rights defenders at national, regional, and international level. It's very clear that this declaration has made a lot of progress in terms of realizing, recognizing, and putting mechanisms where human rights defenders are supposed to be protected at all levels. This declaration has served as a guiding star in all our collective pursuit of justice and equality. It summarizes the fundamental principles that underline the rights and responsibility of human rights defenders. It also reminds us the importance of upholding fundamental rights and freedom of all people and the need to protect those who dedicate their life to ensure that these rights are upheld. Honorable guests of honor and key guests, this UN declaration calls upon all UN member states to create an enabling policy, legal, and administrative frameworks where human rights defenders can operate freely and without reprisals. The declaration also calls states to work closely with the human rights defenders and recognize their contribution to various development projects, including human rights-related programs. We appreciate the collaboration accorded to human rights defenders with the government of Tanzania that demonstrates the commitment to create an environment where our advocacy for protection of fundamental rights can flourish. Dear participants and human rights defenders, I would like to specifically acknowledge and commend Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania. She has shown a remarkable commitment to collaborate with civil society organizations to promote human rights and has taken deliberate steps to enhance democratic governance within our country. You all know how she has actually started with the various reforms and the 4 R's of reconciliation, rebuilding the nations, and creating such as resilience among ourselves as a country. So she has shown, she has dedicated and it is ever evident that through various initiatives, among others, the ongoing Mama Samia's legal aid campaign, for example, the criminal justice system reform that she has undertaken, and her expression of interest to rejoining the open government partnership. There's also increasing of women participation in decision-making. For example, now as we are sitting right now, the president of this country is a woman, the minister of the Constitutional Legal Affairs, she's a lady, and the principal secretary of the ministry, she's a lady, and director of human rights, she's also a lady. This shows that in terms of inclusivity of gender balance, actually she has actually demonstrated it openly. Now, again, we are sitting here as a Commission for Human Rights in Tanzania just because of these are some of the things that we need to appreciate our president, because I know my colleagues will prove me wrong here. It's not easy to find in some of the African countries. Along with the counterpart, President Mwinyi in Zanzibar, we've also experienced so many efforts that has been done by our leaders in terms of including civil society and providing space for human rights defenders to interact with government officials. Some of the key messages that demonstrate their commitment to human rights include as follows. Our President, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, was the first president to participate in many human rights defenders NGO major events as a special guest in this country. One of them is the 10th anniversary of the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders last year. Many human rights defenders organizations are currently getting access to various government departments, signing MOU on various issues of human rights. On the part of Zanzibar, the same situation is also happening, that human rights defenders spaces to collaborate, cooperate with the various government departments for the sake of improving human rights, doing advocacy, reforms. That space is, as we speak right now, the space is somehow opening up, given the spaces that we had, the situation that we had 2 or 3 years ago. So the readiness of the both government of Tanzania and that of Zanzibar to work with human rights defenders in various capacities is a manifestation that HRD declaration has been partly implemented here in Tanzania. And one of the key words from President Hassan Samia that we can quote is one of these. You have earned the trust from the government. No wonder you have grown to this level. This is no institution that does not want, there's no institution that does not want human rights. We are very pleased to have people who can support us in protecting human rights. You still have so much to do. Organize yourself. The government is there to support you. And President Samia Suluhu Hassan, during the commemoration of the 10th anniversary of Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Coalition. This tells you that the spaces for us to work with the government to protect human rights is there just by political will of our leaders. On the other hand, we have Vice President of Tanzania, Philip Mpango, this year during NGO Forum. He said as follows: we must ensure that CSOs can carry out their work without fear or harassment, persecution or retaliation. We must create an environment where they can freely do their work in service delivery, advocacy for change. Our duty is to protect and empower them, provide them necessary resources, and protect them. So actually, by these two quotes, that tells you the political will of our leaders in the country when it comes to respect and protect human rights defenders is very high. It's very high, and we have to appreciate this, because that's where we need to see our leaders setting directives when it comes to human rights promotion and protection within our country. Now, Honorable Guest of Honor, despite this progress that we've made as a country under leadership of President Samia, still human rights defenders in Tanzania face some challenges, including restrictive laws that impede their operations. HRDs are frequently subjected to threats, harassment, intimidation where engaging in human rights protection in some parts of the country. HRDs continue to face unfounded legal charges, arbitrary arrest, and judicial harassment, contrary to the directives of our President Samia, oftentimes she has been recorded condemning arbitrary arrest and misuse of criminal justice within our country. Despite the political will of our top leaders to protect freedom of expression, many laws on civic space still limit freedom of assembly, association, and freedom of expression, making it difficult for defenders of human rights to operate effectively. Many local HRDs, especially at local government level, are not given the space to work for marginalized communities. Some efforts by local HRDs to find dialogue within the government department institutions to address some of the pressing issues, or to advise the government on some of the pressing issues like those in indigenous community, have yielded no result many times, despite the willing of human rights defenders to sit down with the government to dialogue on those issues. Honorable Guest of Honor, additionally, HRDs in Tanzania have no legal protection because we do not have a specific law that protect and recognize human rights defenders. Therefore, as we are celebrating 25 years of UN Declaration on Human Rights Defenders, it is not enough to merely celebrate these principles in theory. we must translate them into concrete actions. While we have made substantial steps in human rights as a country, it is essential to acknowledge that we do not have specific law or policy that offers protection to those brave individuals who stand up for justice and fundamental freedoms. Honorable guests of honor, in line with this, THRDC, in collaboration with others stakeholders, we have therefore taken step and develop a model policy that address this critical gap. The model policy for human rights defenders in Tanzania is a product of our unwavering dedication to safeguarding the right and safety of those who stand up for justice in our country. This policy is not just about the words on paper. It's a great step towards creating a safety net for those who often find themselves in the line of fire for their courageous work. More than 2 human rights defenders have been consulted during the development of this policy. This model policy is expected to assist the government of Tanzania in developing the legal and policy framework at national level to support the work of human rights defenders and protect them. The coalition has therefore presented this policy today just as a first step to let you know, as the minister, that immediately after this session we will come officially and start having dialogues on how this model policy can be adopted by the government. My last words, honorable guests of honor, it is imperative that we continue to advocate for the implementation and enforcement of laws that protect human rights defenders and create an enabling environment for their work. Government, civil society, and international organizations must collaborate and ensure the safety and well-being of defenders, allowing them to carry out their vital work without fear and reprisal. In conclusion, let us renew our commitment to the principles enshrined in the UN Declaration on Human Rights Defenders and pledge our unwavering support to the brave individuals who dedicate their lives to uphold human rights. As we stand united here in Arusha, let's use this 77th session of the African Commission serve as an inspirational that guides us towards a Tanzania and an African where right and freedom of all are not just a promise but a reality. Let it be known that our collective determination, our commitment, and our resounding call for justice will echo across generations and inspire a legacy that is nothing short of astonishing in its transformative impact on the world. Thank you, and let us work together hand in hand towards a brighter and more just tomorrow. Karibuni sana, and feel at home. Thank you.